wanna be a dreamer. I don't wanna be a dreamer. I don't wanna be a dreamer. I don't wanna be a dreamer anymore.
Hello and welcome. We are going to discuss how narcissism expresses itself in different signs of the zodiac. We are focusing this particular discussion upon the sign of Taurus, the bull. Keep in mind that everyone has some narcissistic attributes, and that a person without any narcissism would have such a weak personality devoid of any ego strength that she or he could not function in society. Narcissism refers to qualities in an individual of possessing self-love, egotism, self-centeredness, self-absorption, and conceit. This psychological profession, how the psychological profession actually describes this condition, they talk about a syndrome that they call NPD, or Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Now, this psychological syndrome presents with a person that lacks empathy for other human beings or creatures, requiring constant and excessive respect, appreciation, approval, and high esteem from other people, as well as being unable to participate in healthy relationships with others. Now, nevertheless, this is not a discussion about the medical aspect of NPD. Rather, we are talking about, at normal individuals, okay? We're going to take a look at how narcissism expresses itself through each sign of the zodiac. And although I am a licensed registered nurse, I am not a psychologist. And even though I have worked in psychiatric units and neonatal intensive care units and surgery and recovery room and telemetry and many other areas of the hospital as a charge nurse and a team leader, I am not approaching this from a medical point of view. I am approaching this from the point of view of an astrologist, because I've been doing that for the last several decades, okay? I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is readings by Rosemary, angelic transmission. In astrology, narcissism expresses itself via the ego matrix of the personality. And although the ego is often thought to be that of a poser or a pompous peacock, it can also sort of tiptoe into intimate relationships disguised as phony humility or fake meekness. Indeed, the narcissist is famous for ignoring her or his own blunders while accentuating the errors of other people, and rejecting others when they request the opportunity of being introduced to the genuine human being within you, which they suspect is camouflaged inside the ego out of a sense of fear, guilt, or shame. Every sign has its virtues and its vices. For Taurus the bull, the main virtue is productiveness, and the chief vice is stubbornness. Stable fruitfulness is one of the great powers of Taurus. The bull's useful abilities and steady determination provide a constructive life for both Taurus and those in her or his charge. Any family or group under the care of Taurus will accumulate creature comforts that are sure to manifest whenever the bull guides activities of said group or family or whatever Taurus is in charge of. Thus, Taurus's virtue of efficient manifestation of necessities and vice of obstinacy become the progenitors of a life that is certain to be lived to the fullest. Live to the fullest. With that said, Taurus may or may not be focused upon accumulating great earthly riches such as physical gold and silver, expensive homes and riches and expensive cars and jewelry or yachts. Instead, the bull could have her or his heart set upon adventure, travel, competing in sports, entertainment, or any other number of fun or fulfilling life paths. Taurus inspires and entertains other people, and they often become the life of the party at any event or get-together that they attend. Taurus centers attention intently upon the bull's own opinion and how those opinions are shared with the world. The bull also is obsessed with her or his own activities and dealings in any given situation. Taurus centers attention intently and intensely upon the bull's own life. Now, Taurus is mesmerized by life, and thus in turn mesmerizes the people that flock around the bull. And flock around they do, sometimes in great numbers, because Taurus knows how to put on an event, and Taurus knows how to entertain an audience. The bull enjoys making other people happy and is very adept at doing so. Taurus most often puts their needs for security before their need for emotional expression or romance. Understand that. The bull will plow ahead forcefully to achieve their objectives, and Taurus's realistic aspirations for the future are paramount, and they're of great importance to this native, the Taurus native, the Taurian native. It is extremely easy for Taurus to affect other people emotionally or even affect them romantically. It's easy for Taurus to affect other people and make them feel like they need Taurus, or make them fall in love, or make them needy in a friendship, or make them needy in some kind of security situation, or in a boss situation, employer. And the bull often does so without realizing the very depth of feeling that they are stirring up in friends, family, and lovers alike. Okay? Now, it is precisely at this juncture that the bull is frequently drawn into circumstances where other people feel that Taurus is being emotionally cold or cruel. This is because where Taurus is being practical and level-headed about money, level-headed about life, and level-headed about relationships, the numerous people that the bull magically attracts for friendship or romance are usually needy types. For example, where Taurus might be attempting to do a fundraiser for an entertaining or fun business venture, the bull's clingy groupies could just be interested in helping to get, closer to Taurus instead of actually being interested in participating in fundraising activities. So they're just there, not really to help with the fundraising, but actually they're there to get closer to Taurus. Okay? At this point, the bull becomes fed up with overly emo or melodramatic people that seem to be behaving in an insane manner to Taurus's no-nonsense point of view. Now, when Taurus brushes off the drama queen, or if Taurus, kind of brushes off the drama queen and then tends to the bull's own sensible activities, along with Taurus's other more down-to-earth associates, the emos can become so upset that they're going to begin to act like babies, and they're going to act out in very bizarre ways in an attempt to force the bull to pay attention to them and their emotional needs. Okay? So that's what's going on. In these types of situations, Taurus can easily get these melodramatic people to dance to their tune, so to speak, and to either help the bull with their projects of hand over, or hand over money to Taurus. So Taurus can very, very, very easily get these emo people or these drama kings and drama queens to do what they want, to do what the Taurus wants, okay? To either help Taurus with their ventures or their enterprises, or to hand money over to Taurus, or to to help Taurus in such a way that they're going to give them money or give them their own slave work to help Taurus achieve Taurus's goals. So that's what their sort of slaves are willing to do. But their ulterior motive, their motives, are actually emotional. They're not really being practical. It's an ulterior motive. And if Taurus does not take advantage of these types of friends, suitors, or relatives, then the bull is not sliding into developing a toxic form of narcissism. And the needy person grabbing for attention from Taurus is actually becoming poisonously narcissistic. That's what's going on. Nevertheless, if Taurus does take advantage of the clingy person, either physically or financially, then the bull is joining in with that person to have a cinematically rich, mutually narcissistic battle of wills. Now, how Taurus can keep mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy is to realize that all of the emo, melodramatic, bizarre drama queens and drama kings are just behaving that way. They're behaving in this way because it is in their nature to do so. Okay? In other words, it is because they are most likely either a hot-tempered fire sign or a very weepy, feeling, sentimental water sign. Okay? Now, you are an earth sign, Taurus. Earth is cold and dry when speaking about Earth's elemental qualities. Fire signs are hot and dry, though exciting. Okay? While water signs are cold and wet, though extremely creative and psychic. Air signs are warm and moist, though cool-headed, intelligent, interesting, and cerebral. If the bull throws in a little patience and allows the overly dramatic person to express themselves and then realign and recalibrate themselves to your earthly sensibilities after they understand that their emotional behavior does not fly with you, okay? Then you could allow the friendship or the love relationship or the familial relation to continue rather than just cutting it off or cutting off the person entirely, okay? If the person then continues to attempt to emotionally blackmail you, okay? If they continue that, if the emo person continues to try to emotionally blackmail you, Taurus, okay, then you can cut them off. Then you can cut them off and explain why you're cutting them off, okay? Explain that to them. Taurus does have a heart. Taurus the bull does have a pretty big heart, okay? It just expresses differently than other signs of the zodiac. And therefore the bull can avoid suffering guilt that others might try to heap upon your strong-headed cranium, okay? By being a little more tolerant with other people's faux pas, okay? The information found in this document is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us, and please join us again next time.